Good morning, guys. It has been quite a day. It's been quite a week. It's only 12:44 right now. I've been in the office for quite a while. And as you can see, we only have 2 printers up right now. So I don't know. I'll probably add my clips in from yesterday because yesterday happened and the same thing happened. But printer number 2 has been really weird lately. I don't know what's going on. It's been just like huge clogs, and I ended up having to use some of the cleaning stuff. Like I use this extreme cleaning right here, and I just cleaned out all of the lines, all of the print heads. So now I'm trying to see if I can get it back. We have a very, very heavy print day as well because it just is one of those days. So I only have 2 printers up right now. Really need to figure out what is going on with printer number 2. I don't know what it is at this point. I'm at a loss. It's kind of making me a little frustrated. I need to get the next file for printer number 1 loaded up and ready to go, so that just, I don't even have to worry about that. And then hopefully by that point we can have printer number 2 up and going. But fingers crossed, guys, because the girl is losing her head over here. Okay, guys, I just filmed a whole day worth of video and only for it to not have audio. And as I tell you about this day, it's just it's been one of those days. And I hate to complain. My channel, I never want it to be about complaining, but I just have to keep it real with you guys. So obviously, I'm going to kind of walk you through what happened today. I'll also show the clips because I have the clips and kind of tell you what I did, see if I can kind of piece together exactly kind of like a puzzle and see which way it went. But basically, if you got what you got from the first clip is that printer number 2 has been having an issue where it's dropping out black ink. If you know, then printer number 1 used to have that issue. Haven't really had that problem in a while. I don't know what causes it, but printer number 2 has had it and it's been very bad. So I basically ran all the head cleanings. I did everything I could to kind of figure out what I did wrong or what went wrong. And I ended up not being able to it didn't sit. I sat it in Clogbuster. I did everything. Ended up not working out correctly. So I ended up talking to ChatGPT about it and asking, because ChatGPT can run deep research, and basically what that is it just runs through your the internet and it pulls together an article for you basically to read. And I did that, and it gave me a list of things to do. And it started with taking the clog buster or the clog, the cleaning solution, pushing it through the lines and the tubing and seeing if that can work. Did that. It worked for a little bit and then went back to doing that. Well, then the next thing was clean out the print head. So I ran a deep cleaning through the print head. Basically, you do that by the same thing. Take a syringe, you push it through, the ink will go down into the print head and clear it all out. Did that, didn't work. But I kept realizing that every time I would do a cleaning or something, the ink would kind of get sucked back into the print head. I gotta go start the printer, hold on. Okay, so I ended up, so like I said, I noticed that it was just kind of sucked back in there. And I think I have some clips of it. Hopefully I can put them in. And I took that back to Chat and I said, okay, well, this is what it's doing. And then Chat said, well, you need to check your gauge on your Subtank and make sure that the pressure is good. And I was like, okay. So I went and did that and noticed that the pressure was kind of tight. And when it said too loose, it will run, the ink will run through. And when it's too dry, the ink will will get sucked back in. So I was like, oh, that's perfect. That's what it is. So I did that. Ended up to work for another 2 hours and didn't work again after that. So back to the drawing board on what could have been, and ended up replacing everything. I replaced the damper, I replaced the capping station, which I have some clips of that in. I'm gonna kind of see if I can find them so that I'm actually explaining to you guys what it is, rather than just telling you what I did. So let me see if I can find these clips, all while trying to keep the printers good. Okay, yeah, so I took apart basically
everything in the capping station, and like you'll see here, like I drilled off everything, I unscrewed everything, I cleaned everything out. I unscrewed the capping station and cleaned that out, got all the ink that could have been gunked up in there. Just basically was like a whole new printer. And you'll see, like I'm showing you the damper and all of that got put in there. So I ended up doing this. It took me, like, I was working on this from like 9 a.m. till 2:33, and nothing was working. So ended up going back to the drawing board again and trying to just figure out. Still haven't figured it out. I just keep cleaning it, and it works for like an hour or two, and then it doesn't. There's going to be some like interesting clips, I think, of me showing you guys like what the inside of the capping station looked like, and it was quite interesting because there was a lot of gunked up ink. Also, there was gunked up ink like in the wiper. If you know, like if you have a DTF printer, you know, like a wiper that takes the DTF ink off when you clean it. There's like a little tray in there, and when you go down in there and you can see it is like gunked up ink, and it was like a puddle. So make sure you check that. But you guys, at this point the shop was like in shambles. There was black ink everywhere. There's black ink like on my hands. I was like covered in it, and ended up trying to figure out what was going on. I still haven't. It's working fine right now, but who knows. So that was kind of like the day with printer number 2, and then it was just like everything after that. So like I'll tell you, like at the end of the video there was a time when I basically everything bad just happened. Oh, that was the other thing. And then while I was trying to fix DTF printer number 2 in the black ink, printer number, or the Cyan, like just randomly spilled, and I don't know what happened. Like I can't, even to this day, like this moment, can't figure out what went wrong. But basically I looked over and the tube for the Cyan on printer number 2 was just like pouring out and onto the floor. Thank God, not anywhere near the printer. And I was like, what is this? What is happening with today? So there was a huge stain on the floor, had to get that up. Ended up again getting like all over my shoes, and then went to FedEx, whatever, packaged, came back, printer number 2, or printer number 1 was running, and then the thing on the tube for the ventilation, which again I have videos, so you'll see all this. The ventilation fell into the dryer of DTF printer number 1. I don't know why, I don't know how, I don't know what it did. Fell into the dryer, scraped the whole roll of transfers that was in there, and then like knocked over a bottle of Cyan ink, which there was only a little in there, but it got everywhere, and I didn't see it until I stepped in it. And then I was tracking Cyan throughout the warehouse, so I had to mop the floor in the warehouse. The Cyan thing, I had to fix the transfers that got messed up, so I was like, whatever, like what else could go wrong? Logged on today and went to upload my footage and realized that there was no sound. So this is the day that we're having, guys. I'm hopefully going to make it out alive, but it is 10:30 right now as I'm filming this, and I'm just like crossing my fingers and my toes that nothing else goes wrong. Who knows though, but got to get this footage uploaded so that you guys actually have a vlog to watch. I'm very upset. I think that's like the most upsetting thing about today is that none of it has footage. None of it has vlogs, because if I would have filmed it, as I filmed it, I was literally thinking, oh well, this makes like good content. This will be, someone else can learn from this, or someone else can whatever, but no, there's no audio. So hopefully I summed it up. If not, I'll add in something extra about it, but that basically sums up the day. I still don't know what's going on with printer number 2. So if you have ever had this issue, let me know. Leave in the comments. I've cleaned out the ink tank. I've cleaned out the ink lines. I've cleaned out the print head. Like I said, the capping station is new. The damper is new. Like everything is new, and it's still not working. So leave in the comments below, guys. Wish me luck for the rest of the day and tomorrow, and just we got to get through it. But thank you guys for watching, sticking by. I'll hopefully, I mean, again, you'll have some good footage from this vlog, so I'll show you everything, and hopefully you can see all of that. But I'll see you guys tomorrow.